All right, welcome back, everybody. It's been a little while since I've done one of these commentaries over top of one of my rounds. I posted one a couple months back, but it's good to get back into this, playing a round of golf here from my league. It's the second to last week. It's just Mike and I playing. Off the first tee, I tend to pull it. That's exactly what I did here. This one, I'm literally trying to play the shot I played. That's super satisfying. I played a draw right over top of those trees just to get me out in the fairway a little further forward. I did end up not recording the third shot on this hole, so this shot you're looking at is number 4. What you'll see is a pattern in this round. Me and chipping was not good inside of about 100 to 50 yards. I could not hit a good shot for the life of me, and I was coming up short the entire time. A little frustrating with that. So I got this chip to stay on the green, so we have a long putt here for par. But no matter what, this hole's eaten me up in the past. It has caused me to shoot 8s and 9s by even putting my drive in the center of the fairway. The trees on the left always come into play, and there's trees on the right as well if you leak one right. So I have lost balls and all that stuff. So I will take a bogey all day on that hole to get me started. Hole number 2, it's a straightaway par 4, a little bit downhill and a little dogleg right, just small. So I'm just looking to play my normal shot down the center, and I'm at the beginning of all my rounds I tend to pull my driver. I've noticed that some of it is in my stance and in my follow through. So again, missed the second shot. I was up against a tree and had to just punch out laterally into the fairway. Probably got forward about 20 yards. So here I am again, probably about 100 yards, trying to play about a 9 o'clock wedge, gap wedge into the green, and I come up short. A little odd. It's usually right on the number, but today I just didn't have it. So here I am chipping onto the green. This was actually a really nice chip. Got it to roll right past the hole. Thought I had a chance at holding it. So I left myself a decent shot here at just getting the bogey and moving on. Again, thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone that has been on this channel this far. And my game is improving, and so you're going to see some of the fruits of that here. I'm making putts, and that's a good putt right there. And I'm actually hitting decent shots fairly regularly. Right here, I'm playing a draw, trying to just draw it under the green, and again, I hit this iron perfectly, exactly how I pretty much drew it up, and put it dead center of the green, leaving myself a nice little putt here of about probably like 20 feet for birdie. So when I step up to birdie putts nowadays, I don't necessarily plan on making them, especially at this range. It's more or less trying to just cozy it up in there to give myself an easy par putt, just to tap in. This was just slightly outside of tap in my mind, so I marked it and then came in later on and drained the putt. So we are 2 over through 3, playing well. This has been a good round comparatively to things in the past that I've experienced. So this far is very positive, and especially here. I mean, I piped this drive dead center, straight down the middle. This is a long, or it's a par 5, so I'm just trying to set myself up to be able to reach the green in 2. And here we are, about 207. I remember it because I felt so comfortable standing over top of this ball. 207 yards. I choked down on what's basically, it's a 16-degree wood. I choked down on it a little bit and was just playing a draw, trying to get it to the curl towards the pin. And I hit the exact shot I'm trying to hit. I haven't felt better over a shot here than like this right here. And you'll hear my reaction right here.
Not on the green. That was a rip.
All right, what's up, guys? Getting to the intro here a little late. Figured I'll let you know how it's going this far. I'm 2 over through 3. Just hit a nice shot though up into the screen. So I hope you've been enjoying the golf this far. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do so. It's right down below. Otherwise, I'm putting for eagle. Hopefully I make it.
So as you heard me there, yeah, I dimed that second shot up onto the green. It stuck from about 207, and I actually didn't pass the hole. So great shot. And this game was, or this round was a little odd in that I was hitting shots like that, but then always having issues inside of about 100 yards. So and with my irons, as you'll see later on. So I just try to cozy this in there. I'm not expecting at all to make an eagle putt. I just want to walk out with a tap-in bogey or birdie, and that's what I did right there. So we are 1 over through 4. Right here again, dogleg right, just trying to play it kind of just straight in front of me, and I do. The ball is literally perfect, dead center of the fairway, as you'll see. But the issue is, I didn't leave it 200 yards from the green because that's apparently where I can actually hit the green. I'm right here probably about 100, maybe about 90 yards into the green. And it's again where I'm playing 3/4 shots with my wedges. And that's not ideal to be consistent with. So basically, after you've watched this video here, or after I played this round, I went out and I've purchased some more wedges. So I'm actually replacing a 60 and a 52 with a 54, 58 to hopefully give myself some better gapping for distance. Come up a little short with this chip here, but I'm on the green. Those intermediate chips like that, because my wedges have been so terrible, this is completely, I'm happy with this. So I'm just trying to cozy it again in there, at most 2 putt, and I do get out of there with a bogey, now 2 over after 5. This is a really long par 4. It's about 460 yards, I believe. So it essentially plays like a par 5. Most amateur players will be playing this like a par 5. I'm trying to get, again, just into a spot where it's reachable in 2, so I'm trying to at least get around 200 yards, and that's where I end up actually being right here. I'm about 205 yards out. I'm essentially playing the same shot I did on that last par 5, trying to choke up on this 16 degree and play a draw into the green. And as I said earlier, I can hit these shots fantastically, but not hit a 90 or 100 yard wedge. So I don't know. So you can see right there, it sat down about 10 feet away. I'm fixing my ball mark, fixing it, and I'm only about 10 feet away with the putt, or probably about 15 feet away with this. It looks a little longer, about 20 feet. And I'm just trying to, again, cozy this up in there, come up a little short, which, you know, as they say, don't leave a birdie putt short. But as I'm usually approaching most of these holes, I want a 2 putt at worst. So tap that in for par on a long par 4. I mean, that feels really good right there. So we've got another par 5. This is a par 37 course. It plays really long. It's the longest they have at Saskatoon. So this is a really long par 5. It's not really reachable in 2 unless you can drive it almost 320. So I took a good rip at this and ended up pulling it and skying it. So I'm over in the trees here with my second shot, which is not ideal. At that point, it basically becomes a best effort to try and get par. So right here, I'm doing a punch that I can usually draw a little bit, and it does not draw nearly enough. And I end up pushing it basically across the fairway. Right here, I'm actually trying to play over those trees you see directly in front of me. But if you look at my feet right there, I can already tell you this ball's going right. In the moment, I wish I could have waved myself off and been like, hey, check your feet. But I hit it straight right. Like this, my irons were terrible today, or on this day. And I hit a tree, it bounces around, and ends up right next to this pine. So right here, I'm looking to just play a wedge between a couple trees, you know, the kind of perfect shots that you try and do in these rounds. Yeah. Not the best shot right there. It bounces out. I got lucky, put me right behind the green. So I'm chipping up onto the green, and I play a really, really nice chip here. Put myself, I believe, inside of about 8 foot, maybe even less, for a shot at bogey on this hole. And again, none of the shots I've had other than that last chip have been good. So I'm just trying to get a nice up and down here. And
Nice. Backdoor it.
yeah, so I caught the back door of that hole. And as I said, for bogey, thankfully. As I said earlier, my irons not good on this day, other than a first few shots that you saw where I played it perfectly on that par 3 and on that par 5, played it over the tree. Catch this one fat. It's something I'm working on. I believe it's something to do more with my stance and being more around my body with my takeaway. I'm just trying to hopefully get into a better delivery spot at the top and actually bring it down. So hopefully in the future I shouldn't be dealing with these kind of iron issues on the normal. So on that third shot, second shot, I chipped it up here, and I thought because the slope was falling away from me or going above me and to the left, I thought I was gonna pull it left. Well, I compensated and hit it dead straight. So I ended up on the far right side of the green, putting back across. It's a long putt, so I overcooked it, as you can see here, and I'm putting back up towards the hole, miss it, tap in, and that's for double. So we are back to 5 over, headed into the last hole, and this is also another long par 4. You need a really good drive, and then it's usually about 180 to 200 to get into the green here. And so I hit a good drive. I'm just up the right side, which isn't my preferred. I kind of want to be over on the left so I can play my shape a little more. But we're there, we're in the rough, and I'm trying to basically play this iron up into the screen on a downhill slant. And again, as I said earlier, my irons weren't good today, so I kind of just skull this. The good news is I get a lot of yardage out of it, and at least moves quite a bit forward towards the green, but it puts me underneath this tree. So I'm kind of playing a little chip and run underneath it with, I believe, my 8 iron. And I hit it perfectly, and it scurried right past the hole, just beyond it, and I ended up leaving myself. What you'll see here is a little longer putt than I'd like for a shot at par. But to wrap up the round, I played well, off the tee at least, and along with around 200 yards, I hit some great shots there. Where I let myself down a bit was an iron and wedge play. So as I said, I'm buying new wedges. Hopefully in future videos, you'll see a lot better wedge play from me. Yeah, so I finished 6 over. Thanks for watching.
All right, so I played okay there. That was a good round. We flew through it. I mean, we played that round in like under 2 hours, so it was a good time. I hit some good shots out there. I only really let things down in the under 100 range headed into the green. So I mean, otherwise I played well. I shot 6 over, and that's a par 37, so I was a 43. So I will take that all day, especially coming off of Arcadia. That was a lot of fun. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.